At Chicago Collecticon, I made one of the biggest deals of my life, and it also turned out to be my biggest loss ever. Hey guys, it's Pokestop TCG here, and today's story is one that I wish I didn't have to tell. This story isn't about a bad deal, or even overpaying on a card. This is about a fake PSA case, an altered card, and how this card specifically turned a $20,000 deal into my worst nightmare. So this all happened at Chicago Collecticon earlier this year. At the show, I traded away my BGS 8 First Edition Charizard for a no rarity symbol Charizard, a PSA 9 Legendary Collection Charizard Reverse Holo, another raw Charizard, and some cash. The centerpiece of the trade was definitely the Legendary Collection Charizard, although the no rarity Charizard was also worth a ton. And when I was at the show, the LC Zard looked super clean, it had great eye appeal, it had a solid label, and it was PSA certified, or so I thought. So after the show, I sold the PSA 9 Legendary Collection Charizard to a private buyer on Instagram. I shipped it to him, and when he received it, he messaged me back letting me know that there were things that weren't right with the slab. First of all, there was damaging and chipping on the side of the case, and second of all, the slab was able to be pried loose with his hands, but a case that is able to be pried open, now that's a red flag. So we agreed that I would pay for him to send the card to PSA for reholder, which is basically a service that PSA offers where you can re-encapsulate a card. No big deal, right? Until they sent this email. PSA said, "It is our duty to inform you that this is not a legitimate PSA graded item. The plastic holder is a counterfeit reproduction. Furthermore, while the item inside is an authentic trading card, it is our opinion that the item has been altered and does not qualify for a numerical grade." Yeah, let that sink in. So that's where we ended up. From there, PSA gave us two options. We could either get the card back raw and ungraded, or have it returned with an authentic altered label. And that's what we did. And that's how I have this card right here. So basically, PSA stated that the card that was encapsulated in the casing that we gave them wasn't the original one that PSA graded. And also, the casing that the card was in was counterfeit. So how does a scam like this even happen? Well, there is a method that became popular during COVID on how to reproduce a fake PSA graded card. Basically, you take a real PSA graded card, keep the label intact, and you crack it out. Then you pair that real label with an identical raw card to the one that was originally graded, and you place both inside into a counterfeit PSA casing. Now you got a PSA 9 with the fake card and a real label, and you have the original raw card that you can send back into PSA for grading over and over and over again. The fake was so good that even the fireworks pattern on the reverse holo matched perfectly with the one on the original scan. So what I mean is that the fireworks pattern on the card was nearly identical or even perfect to matching the one that on the original PSA scan. So how were we able to tell with the untrained eye that the card I traded for was not the same card that was graded by PSA? Well, so I did some digging and a lot of comparisons, and I realized that there was one big tell. The 3 notches on every single PSA graded card didn't line up on my card versus the original scan. So I have them side by side here, and you can see that the 3 notches at the top, these might be seal points for a graded card, don't line up with the original location on the original PSA scan. And so that means the casing itself was fake for sure. So you might be asking, like, how did I not notice something like this, or how did I not catch this when I first traded for it? Well, the PSA case was honestly a really good fake, but looking at it now and side by side, I can tell there are certain minor things that don't match up perfectly. But I will say, holding the card in person and seeing it in person, it looked totally legitimate, it felt legitimate, and it's also tough to tell what kind of plastic is used because so many cards nowadays are in plastic sleeves, or even graded cards, especially on a higher end card like this. And again, the label was totally authentic, the label looked real, was 100% real, and the card inside was such a good fake, although flipping the card over, I should have realized that the quality of the fake Charizard wasn't a card that would have received a PSA 9. There were slight miscolorations on the edges and the color of the blue on the back. Again, the casing was chipped and damaged. Also, as a bonus, the raw card I traded for in that deal also came back altered. So I got traded 2 altered cards in the same deal. And this card is probably valued at around $1,500 now. So, I mean, I ended up with 2 altered cards. And this card was actually originally sent to PSA, and PSA deemed it altered. And I was kind of curious to see if other companies thought the same. And I sent it to CGC, and they also deemed the card altered. So, yeah, 2 altered cards, 1 crazy deal, and 1 terrible scam story. So after PSA's report, I gave my buyer a full $5,000 refund, which meant I was out $5,000 out of my pocket right off the bat. But I wasn't stopping there. After confirming the card was fake, I contacted the Rosemont Police Department, which is the city where the convention is held, and I started working with that branch on the investigation of this entire situation. And I want to say kudos to the sheriffs and investigators at the Rosemont branch. They were awesome to work with. They took the case seriously, and they definitely did their part. They were able to identify the individual who sold me the fake card and reached out to gather more information. Unfortunately, the inquiry was never responded to, and the person just went silent. I also ended up finding my BGS 8 Charizard for sale and already sold on eBay a couple weeks after I realized that the card was fake. We were a bit too late to catch it before the auction ended, and eBay didn't help with the investigation at all. And again, it's totally not on them to cooperate with us either. eBay had no legal obligation to stop the sale of the card or even freeze the card at any location, but I do want to point out that they refused to cooperate. Then I tried contacting the individual through Venmo because I realized later on that we had a transaction on there, but they blocked me immediately. At the end of the day, I was told that legally I had no recourse and there's not much that could be done. There was no signed invoice, no written contract, nothing but a verbal agreement, even though I had it on video. And since there was no binding contract, it wasn't enough. So the person who scammed me is out free, living their life with no repercussions. I'm out $5,000 on a card that I traded for at Chicago Collecticon, and there's nothing that can be done going forward. So I'm gonna take a short break here to show you guys an extended clip of the entire Charizard deal. That was somewhat edited in the vendor POV, but you guys can decide for yourself whether this individual knew the card was fake or not.
How are you, man?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good.
Any questions?
Well, I'm looking at some cards I'm interested in.
Sure.
Would you be interested in maybe cash and trade?
Yeah.
This is a no rarity symbol.
Okay.
I just got it. Trade. I just got it back.
What do you value that?
All right. So recent comps. I know what ARS. I don't know if you respect ARS. They got
I do.
an ARS 9 just sold for 18,000,
I saw that actually.
and there was a CGC 9 that was at 13,000.
There's a very big difference between the 9s and the... Yeah. Are there any lower grade sales? Because I
It's
wouldn't...
not in this range. I know what they're listing them for.
Yeah,
There's
but-
like 5s and 6s. Like there was a tag 5.
Okay.
It sold for over 3K, but it's a tag. Like I don't know who respects that.
Tag
grade.
actually is doing pretty
got
well
some
right
good
now.
Subs. It's got 8.5.
Let me see what I can find.
Go ahead, I thought they were very harsh. If you look at the back, you look at the condition, and you compare this to the other ones in that condition range, they were very harsh on this. Like even the centering, they were giving similar centering cards 8.5s and 8s. I don't know why they were so harsh.
You graded it yourself?
Yes.
Oh, it's a really new cert.
Yeah. I just got it back.
Yeah, it's
it
real
was graded
fresh.
April 4th. Everything this year I got killed on. I don't know. This year is just harsh.
I mean, a PSA 6 just at 37, which is pretty close to a 7.5 for BGS.
I know, but you know what? I'll be honest. Like that's PSA. A 6 is more close to raw card. This is near mint plus.
I will say, like that card right there, it comes for a PSA 7 price. PSA 7 does more than a BGS 8.
PSA 7 is more than BGS.
Yeah. So I think a 6 is pretty comparable for this card.
I would at least say a 7.
Well, how much do you need on it?
What were you thinking?
Well, PSA 8 did 6,000.
PSA 8 did 6,000.
Really
When
recently.
was that?
Really recently.
Yeah, it's old, sir. Let's see the back.
I can click on it. Let's see.
Look at the back and then compare it to this and tell me it's comparable. I just want you to do it. Like you can take a magnifying glass, look at this edge and how nice it is, and I promise you that's not going to be even. That's the number's higher than this. I mean, I have some other cards too.
Yeah, I'll
Some
take a
cool
look.
Stuff.
What do you got on the Zard?
So there is a auction right now going on. Last I saw last night was already at 4,700 on the bid.
Okay.
And it had a huge print line, the one that's for sale.
Yeah.
This is a much more newer cert, in great condition. The comps are at, what are you doing for trades and stuff? Where are you at percentage-wise?
What do you want from me?
I know the market for this is 5. So
Okay. I don't know that. I'm just...
I think it's going to start going more than that.
What do you need from me, and then what percentage do you need?
I'll be honest, the thing that interests me the most is this first edition Beckett.
Okay. And then
I know it's a Surface 7 though, so I don't know how well it would cross.
so
I just got back. I thought they were Nazis on that. I don't know why that would get a 9. Look at the centering. Look how nice it is. I don't know why they would ever get that a 9. It's got no, even if you took this off, to look at it, it's got no like scratching on the hollow or anything. Like I said, this year has been really hard on me for like grading purposes. Isn't that crazy? Like try to find it. I took a jeweler's loop to it. I look at the edges, like what are they looking at that they saw a 9 at? It's crazy.
I mean, mainly these two. Like, what percentage do you need on those two?
Listen, they're Zards. You're gonna sell them. They're really nice ones. This one,
I'm also gonna sell, the ponchos.
Yeah, I'm with you. You do 85% on trade.
I think we could work something, maybe come in the middle. We'd be pretty close.
I don't know if you're interested in any of these.
I think we should focus on these first, and then if we need to fill in the gaps, then we'll go there.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I tried to buy an 8, Beckett 8 from somebody before I graded mine.
Okay.
He was ridiculous. He's like, I want 20,000, honestly.
Well,
I can't be anywhere near that.
Of course.
I honestly think this is like true first edition. This is like 7.5.
I mean, the PSA 8 did 6,000. There's no way I could get. I couldn't get there.
I got you. Can you do 6,000 on this?
Because everyone's gonna see the 8.
This has got a symmetrical firework pattern. It's really beautiful.
What do you need on it, value-wise?
Can we be at 11 for both of these?
I can't.
Where are you at?
I'm at 47.
Okay.
And that one, I'd have to comp more, but I wouldn't be at 6,000 for it.
How about 55 on this? It's gonna start rising. You know, it's 30-year anniversary coming up. This is
I gotta pay today's value, not.
All right, then can we do 10,000 on both these?
I would put it at 45. I do 45 and 47, and I think that's a fair number. Like I think it's gone up $1,900 in the last 2-3 months.
Because I'd feel bad that this card got more than this card, and this is the actual first edition ever. Can you do 47 each? Well, like I said, I'm trying to get your card so you can work with me as much as you can.
I know. All right, so what's your number on that card? Because it also depends on what your number on that card is.
Can I go to this at 11? Actually, I didn't even check comps for back at 8, but I believe. I mean, this is it's got a Surface 7.
This is the last.
It's got a Surface 7, so if I try to cross it to PSA...
No, don't cross it. Well,
you probably be a 7.
You wouldn't cross it to begin with because PSA will upcharge you $600. It doesn't matter what...
Yeah, I understand.
So it wouldn't make sense anyway. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
I'm just saying these big cards, I'm liquefying it for you, giving you 2 different cards.
This is not liquid.
Okay.
It's not at all.
Okay.
Like, this card does not move often.
If I put this for auction, it would sell in 7 days.
Well, of course, 100%. No, but you take 85% right off the bat. Like, and then you have to buy that card and then you have to pay tax, you know? So it's like...
I have some cash. Also, I have some other stuff, maybe like Magikarp.
Well, so I'd rather take cash difference if I'm taking these two.
I do have a shadow list, but I think I'll save it for different. It's really clean.
I'd say look at it.
All right.
You know what value you need on it?
I'll be honest, I got this off a binder from a Goodwill auction.
Okay.
Which
Zell?
If you want to take a look at it. Yeah, please be generous. Please be like.
Oh, 100% I will.
Look at the hollow. If you even need to take it out, look at that hollow.
I got it.
It's got a corner ding here. It's really good condition, though. I mean, I would give you PSA 7 price on this, which I think is very good because I think that's minimum grade for this. And if not, then I'm going to go grade it today. And I think you would sell it because that's Shadowless Charizard. I
would say 7 or 6 is my opinion.
7 or 6?
That's what it would get.
That's what I'm offering you. And I'd give you a discount because it's raw.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, I mean, I know you'd sell it. This is Shadowless Charizard. And look at that.
No, but I got to send it in, take a month, and come back.
You want to send it in? You don't sell raw cards?
Not that card.
Oh,
not that card.
Okay.
Not that card. That card would be too tough to move raw. It moves fast.
Be hard to move raw?
Well, if I wanted a 6 or 7 price, it would be. People would want to pay like 5 price, you know, because it's raw.
Listen, we're 3,000 difference.
Depending on your number on that.
My number's 11.
So my number's, you know, so it depends on that number.
My number's 11.
So you'd be at 3,000?
I'd be at 3,000 difference right now.
Yeah, do you want to flip?
Sounds like a flip.
Well, what's the flip? We don't flip it. I want to be at 4. So I would flip you.
This card, I promise you, it's
oh, don't get me wrong. Yeah, this card sells really fast. No, don't get me wrong. Yeah, 100%. I'm totally agreeing with you. It's this card that I'm tough on. Yeah, but it's gonna sit here. It's gonna sit here for weeks, maybe even months. It doesn't move that often. It just doesn't, especially not in a Beckett slab.
How about this?
Yeah.
Because you have 4. I just want to get a deal done.
Yeah.
Would you take this
at 1,500? What does a PSA 6 do?
I mean, I'm sure it's around that price.
1,000.
1,000. There we go.
At full value. I'm not gonna sell it for 1,000. It's not a 6.
You think this is?
No, I think it'll grade a 6 or 7, but it's gonna take a month. It's gonna take a month. No, there's a bad corner. That's why I'm worried about the corner on the back.
I know the corner's nicked.
Yeah,
like I said,
that's what I'm worried about. It's a clean.
Take that much off. It's
yeah.
It's on the back. It's not the front. If you look at the front, there's no.
I don't know. I've graded a ton of that kind of stuff, and I would think that's a 6 or 7.
Like I'm saying, you want the extra 1,000? I'll give you the card to cover the difference. That's all I'm saying.
And 3,000?
Yeah, I'd give you that card and 3,000. You need 3 Zards, Grail Zards.
Yeah. If we did this, I would flip you 3,000 or 3,300. That's basically either taking that at market or taking it at 85. That's like the flip.
An 8 is selling.
It's not gonna 8. It's not gonna 8.
I'm sorry, a 5 is selling for $800.
I agree. But again, they're gonna upcharge me. No matter what grade it gets, it's gonna be upcharged.
Yeah, but not that much if it gets a low grade.
No, upcharge on an $800 card is like $75. That's a big chunk of an $800 card.
I know, but if you get the 7, you just...
They don't charge you even more. No, they don't charge you 200 bucks.
If you got a 7, you'd sell this for $2,000. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'll let you do it. You just give me the cash instead. That's a good number.
If you want to flip, because I'm scared of flipping.
Okay.
I throw in the magic card.
And what's the flip then? Oh, you just don't want to flip?
There's no flip.
I'm at 33, remember?
This card, you're not offering me anything. 700 bucks. This card is sick.
I would offer you like 800 on that.
It's a nice card.
And so what's your number? If you do those two in 3,000?
3,000.
Is it cash?
Yeah. How do you want the money? I have 400 cash, and I have the rest I can sell it. So, the deal's done. Appreciate you.
Crazy deal.
So
let me pull it out.
Yep. Sorry. Let me.
Oh, you're fine. So here's what I learned and what you need to do to protect yourself at future shows. First, I would use a signed contract or invoice for high value trades. Next, I would document PSA certs and look at scans to compare and see if there's anything off. Next, I would document PSA scans and compare them online to the real card that you're getting or trading for. I would also check slab seams and make sure there's no damage on the card, and it's difficult nowadays because so many cards have graded guards on them. But if you're doing a high value trade, I highly recommend taking graded guards off just to see if there's damage. There's been plenty of times where I buy or trade for a card in a graded guard and it turns out to be damaged and I have to reimburse my buyer for the damage or even refund them. It gets really annoying. And finally, trust your gut. If something feels off, and going back to the footage, a lot of the deal that you guys didn't see and was edited out of our interaction did feel off, just walk away. Nothing's wrong with walking away from a deal. So yeah, I took a $5,000 loss and I made it right. And I want you guys to learn from my mistake. These fake slabs are getting really, really good, but if you stay sharp, you can still enjoy the hobby and protect your collection. I'm interested to see if you guys have any similar stories to this, so drop your stories down in the comment to see if you've ever experienced anything or any scams in this industry or hobby. And smash the like button so more people see this and they don't get scammed as well. Anyway, that's it for me. Stay safe, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.